Hi guys, sorry about that. For some reason, my internet decided to give up on me. Not even my router, literally the line that feeds the internet to my house. So that's really, really annoying. Sorry about that. Let's continue. Uh, Probably lost a lot of people, but what can you do?
To build a post box, you'll need to use a PCC. It goes without saying, but if you're not already carrying a PCC, you'll want to fabricate one.
What the heck is a PCC? Alright, here we
Sam,
go.
you can use that PCC to build a post box.
Down. Here we go.
Order assigned. Ah, Sam. You'll need a PCC to build a post box. Fortunately, you can fabricate one at any terminal.
Oh, that thumbs up. Nice. Oh damn, I dismantled it.
Anybody home?
Where the hell do I build my PCC?
Sam, assuming you've got your PCC in order, head to the site I designated and build that post box, would you? You should have no trouble finding it if you check your map.
Alright.
And compass from time to time.
Weapons restrictions lifted.
Definitely probably messing around with the rare metals. Oh damn, look at those strands. Oh, I should have checked the map, shouldn't I? Oh, what the hell is that? Where the hell would I go? Crap! Oh no! Crap. That was close. Crap. Crap. They destroyed.
Sam, I see you've arrived at the designated site. Good. When you're ready to proceed, activate your PCC. Use it to build a post box within the area I specified.
Awesome. Here we go.
Good work, Sam. That's a fine-looking post box. If you access it and select Share Locker, you can share cargo and equipment with your fellow porters. Deposit a ladder and a climbing anchor, and I'm sure someone... Sam,
Let's record, okay? Let's do it. Let's donate weapons and equipment. What we're gonna give? Let's give a ladder, shall we? Why can't I drop it? Oh, I did it. Go on then. Giver of gifts. I'm a charitable person, what can I say? Huh? Mules. What the heck is a mule? Caution. PTs. Oh, that's awesome. People from around the world can share stuff. Quite cathartic, I have to say. I'm just... Oh, here we go. Let's completely miss this tower. Oh, wow. Wow. Resins. Marks out stuff. How's that? A flip. Mules. I see timefall. Birds. What is it?
Heads up, Sam. Your cargo's been pinged. Move.
Oh, flip.
Now, before someone has eyes on you.
Flip.
Get to your destination ASAP if you don't want to get caught.
Oh my god. Oh god, he's running. Oh my god. Oh my god. Run. 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 Oh my god. What the hell? I think you have me. I don't want to look. Oh no. What's that? What the hell is that?
Get in trouble, huh? Good thing it was raining.
God.
Even they know better than to mess with BTs.
Okay, so cargo being pinned. Online climbing anchor. Mules up here. Caution. What do I do with that? Let's use it. Let's use it. gonna be up here then. Come on. Come on, what the heck? Alright, there we go. Okay, well, what am I supposed to do here? Can I save it here? I'll save my game just in case I fall to my death or some crap like that. Oh, what? Oh man, that's so annoying. Oh, fuck. Alright, no. Well, that rope was pretty useless. What was I supposed to do with that? Maybe I can hide. Oh, yeah, okay. Clever, clever. Okay, fair play, fair play. Thanks, man. That was helpful. Very clever. Oh, flip, flip. Oh my god. BTs. It's my cargo and it bounces off and changes. Sparks from it. So that ridge, I'm gonna go down here somewhere. Caution. Flip it egg. BT's everywhere here. What if I cross across? Let's go left. Should we go left? Completely go left. That way. There's not much there. I know, man. Even looking at you running, man, I feel like riding a motorcycle. Getting tired looking at you struggle. So if I stay on this side of the bank, then I'm good. Go all the way up to the distribution center. Oh.
Goddamn cottonmouth.
Oh, alright, we better stay within the... Ah, interesting, okay. I'll keep that for now. May need it for the BTs, you know? What the heck? Can I put a marker here? Oh, how can I put an online marker here? Oh, sick. You can tilt. Didn't think you could tilt the, Oh, interesting. Nice little touch. Sorry, I keep on the wrong, where my bed moves. Good. happened there?
That's right, just sleep.
I'm legit rocking baby man. Okay, did I just totally damage my goods?
That's a close one.
No, definitely.
Something wrong, Sam?
I don't know. Kid doesn't look so hot.
Nothing to worry about. Its functions are temporarily suspended, but they can be restored. I can perform the necessary maintenance at a distribution center. Hurry,
Oh, no.
though.
BB.
Autotoxemia. More time for please.
When the strain on your BB exceeds sustainable levels, it triggers the production of harmful compounds, and the body, in essence, begins to attack itself. It's called autotoxemia. If your BB's not performing to spec, drop by your private room and see if the incubator helps.
Okay. Sorry, baby. Oh my god! Oh my god! Yes!
Beginning scan. Scanning Bridges ID. Verifying ID. Clear. All weapons will remain locked until departure. Cargo verified. Decontaminating suit. Rest is advised.
Finally. Oh man, that's my sense.
Wait station folks told me all about you. Sam Bridges, with the second expedition, right? The guy expanding the chiral network on his lonesome, when he's not out making deliveries. So what'd you bring us? Let's see it. Talk about above and beyond. Thanks. Must have had to pass through BT territory to get here too, didn't you? They weren't joking when they said you were a legend.
Oh damn. 20%, that's not bad. Awesome, I got all despite being attacked by BTs. I did pretty good. Nice.
Okay, it's time. Do you mind connecting us to the network?
Nice.
Sam, as always.
Pastor Moore bringing more folk to the UCA. You are welcome, sir. Meals and drone syndrome. British babies. Time for... Okay. Mail and data. Okay.
Looks like we're on the chiral network. And with those materials you brought for our chiral printer, we can produce supplies for you here as needed. Think of it as our way of returning the favor. Now head west and keep on doing what you do.
Good. The distro center is on the network.
Sam, do me a favor. Take your BB to a private room and connect it to the incubator.
Good work.
Center. Okay. Okay. This must be it.
Dead man, you there? Little help?
Okay, Sam. Remove the pod and connect it to that incubator.
It's in.
Good. A temporary excessive stress. Easily addressed if we return it to its mother's womb.
Mother?
Located in the capital Knot City ICU. Brain dead, of course.
You mean still mother?
Correct. A steel mother's womb facilitates a connection between the world of the dead and the BB. And you, in turn, connect yourself to a BB, granting you the ability to sense BTs. These pods were designed to simulate the conditions inside a still mother's womb. BBs need to believe they're in one at all times to function properly. However, we can only maintain this deception for so long, which is why we must periodically update the environmental data by synchronizing it with a still mother via the chiral network. There. The update is in progress. Right now, the pod is synchronizing with the Steel Mother in Capital Knot City and reconfiguring its settings based on the latest data. Returning your BB to the womb in this manner will temporarily reduce its stress levels. That being where it technically belongs, of course.
Kid looks happy.
I'll try adjusting the oxytocin dosage. Autotoxemia should set in much slower from now on. You should remember that BBs are just equipment. Try not to get attached. Each one has been physically removed from its steel mother's womb. A process that renders them unpredictable and prone to failure. No BB on record has remained in service for over a year. It may need to be retired before this expedition is over.
And then? You saying there's no way to keep my BB alive?
You must understand, there is still a great deal we don't know about BBs. As we expand the chiral network and recover more past data, perhaps we'll find our answers. Oh, right. You asked me to look into why the BTs might be reacting to your blood. I spoke with Hartman. We should have your results soon. Anyway, get some rest. You and your BB are both exhausted. Good night, Sam.
Interesting. Like it. Very interesting. So these BBs are connected to a still mother somewhere. I suppose that raises the question of whether these still mothers are how they become still mothers. Are they volunteering themselves or what?
London Bridge is falling down, my fair lady. Sam? Can you see me?
How are things over there?
Still not under guard. Still not chained up. Still can't leave. But if you can keep making connections, if you can get to me, we can go back east, back home. Thank you. I mean that. It's bad. There are fewer and fewer people in the cities these days. No one's having children anymore. But humans aren't made for living alone. They're supposed to come together, to help one another. And if we as a people can't do that, if we can't reconnect, then, well, it's like Bridget said, extinction.
Come on. Rebuilding America isn't gonna get rid of the BTs. As long as they're still around, there's no escaping it.
But at least we'll have hope. I'll be waiting, Sam. Waiting for you. Come and find me.
Interesting. Interesting. I'm liking this. I'm liking this.
Hello,
Intriguing.
Sam. This is
Let's
Hartman. Since you're awake, it might behoove you to freshen up. To that end, why not take a shower? It's good for the body and soul, and also my research as it happens.
Interesting.
Sam, this is Hartman. Deadman relayed your request to me, as I oversee BT research. I'll be taking a sample of your shower water in order to study the effects your bodily fluids might have on a BT.
Study other people with dooms?
Everyone in Bridges, myself and Mama. Results thus far are inconclusive. But you possess other singular qualities, being a repatriate as well. I must confess to a measure of optimism.
Processing fluids. Waste products. Drilling. Dispensing.
There. Take the sample with you. Should the opportunity arise, try using it on a BT. I'm curious to see how they react.
Oh, interesting.
Who knows?
Interesting.
It may even prove beneficial to you. There was an old research paper detailing the effects of bodily fluids from individuals like us on BTs. It is only by recovering these materials that we can unearth the knowledge of the past. Not just the Death Stranding, but also the mystery of your body's unique properties and even our doom's affliction.
Yes, Abdullah.
There may well
Yeah,
be
I've got the
hope for
baby.
humanity. Sam, I have no interest in rebuilding America. I want to recover the past. Oh, it's almost time.
After you make your connections and nothing happens, then what? I said, then what?
Sam, sorry to bother you while you're taking a break, but I figured you'd want to hear this. Hell, maybe it'll help you rest easier. We received a number of messages addressed to you. I've not taken a look myself, but I gather they're mostly from your clients. You should see if they contain any useful information. Mail can be accessed via your cufflinks, as well as the terminal in your private room. There's something else I'd like to share with you. With the Chiral network, we now have the power to reclaim our past. Data once thought lost forever from every corner of America can be pieced back together from fragmented records. Our archives are still a work in progress, of course. But as we expand the network and integrate more way stations and cities, we'll be able to recover more and more information, such as the previous expedition's logs and reports. Everything they sent back was lost when Central Knot City was destroyed. Now, we've managed to restore some already, in fact. You can access them from a private room terminal or your cufflinks by selecting Archives.
Okay.
Might make for interesting reading.
Haven't used the sync yet. Let's see what the sync has to show us. Nice. What the heck? So random. Okay, sounds good. Taking lots of random photos. Alright, let's might as well go back. Let's read some of those messages, shall we? Mail. Everyone really appreciates coming through. Oh man! Only need to do it once though. Auto charger kicking after. Sorry if you got your hopes up. That is so annoying. They tease you with a bloody bike, and they say you gotta. Oh, that's so annoying. George Batten over at the way station. He used to be a reliable porter, but he's like 20s. Alright. Alright, thanks for that. Sound the man, our savior. Okay. Delivery routes. Okay, interesting. All the oxygen won't have to do with mules, let alone BTs. Alright. I will show you how it's done, my friend. Bridge babies. Human couriers. Interesting. Interesting. Mules. Interesting. Some nice background. Look. There we go. Timefall 3 years ago. A wide immediately turns into ordinary water, having done so. Interesting. Ah, so we were talking about that, weren't we, in the first playthrough? We're saying why the hell are the rivers should technically? I think it was Yahya who was mentioning it, and that makes sense. So it just turns into water the moment it hits something. Stealing time. That's sure why it's observed. Oh. Chiral concentrations. Something says that the Death Stranding may have warped our perception of the passage of time. What if I was given a new supercharged version of this essential ability? Well, that will take us to the next stage of evolution. First, we would need to hold ourselves up in our cities. Interesting. Wow, very, very clever. Okay.
Sam, we've received a distress call from the distro center staff. Check the order on the delivery terminal as soon as you're ready.
Let's check on the BB first.
Bo.
I don't think that soothes the baby, does it? Okay, let's see what the distress signal is. Let's have a drink first, shall we? I have to say, it's a very unusual game, but I'm liking it. I just think it's so daringly different, and I just think that's a good thing, you know? It's just something which you don't really come across that often, even though it's a bit weird. It's just a fresh, unique idea for me. I just think I like that. But we'll see how it evolves. Where the hell are the orders? We're looking at the orders just now. We'll do that once we, I think that's probably the main terminal, isn't it? Right, let's leave.
Everything in your power to save BB.
We are. But we cannot release your son just yet. Believe me when I tell you it's for the best.
Says the woman in the mask who's done nothing but lie to me.
So is he as bad as Mickelson? Think he's father? Or are we getting some babies, the actual babies? Oh.
Sam, out of curiosity, how's it doing at the moment?
Before I answer that,
Something wrong?
when I hook up my BB, I see things.
What kind of things?
Like a face, someone I don't know, calling to me. There's this room, too, with other people talking, but I can't make out the words.
Lead-through effect. Didn't I warn you about this? You're mistaking the BB's memories for your own. They're false flashbacks, nothing more. Let me explain. A BB is harvested from its steel mother at around 28 weeks and placed in a pod. To be clear, this is before it's even born. The procedure halts its development. But even at 28 weeks, its sensory systems have matured enough to process external stimuli. It is more than capable of encoding this information into memories, which can bleed into yours via your connection.
So who's the man I saw?
Someone from the medical team, maybe? Or a BB technician? Does it matter? The BB has been in circulation for a while now. It's been handled by a lot of people. How should I know which one made an impression?
'Cause you're the expert.
No one's an expert, Sam. BBs were developed decades ago in secret. They're your quintessential black boxes. We may use them, but we don't truly understand them. Believe me, I've been trying to learn more, but almost all of the old records are gone. If I find anything out, I'll tell you, all right? Dead man's honor.
Interesting.
Sam, check the delivery terminal and review the list of orders.
While you're resting, I ran some network diagnostics. Beryllium monitoring and holographic systems are nominal. Unfortunately, our printer is offline. I know, after all the trouble you went through to bring us those materials. This one's on us. We ordered a part a while back, but it never arrived. The printer needs it to communicate with the chiral network. Mules must have snatched it, caught that porter en route or something. If I'm right, they'll have taken it to their drop site, which is smack dab in the middle of their territory. Don't suppose you'd be up for stealing us our property back? Can't think of anyone more qualified than you.
Oh, here we go.
Sam, the area around that distro center has produced a significant quantity of chiral crystals. Matter of fact, that's where the chiralium used in your Cupid's internal circuitry came from. They have a range of applications, including equipment fabrication. Bottom line, they're a valuable resource and one you'll want to make the most of. I'll let Hartman explain in more detail, but chiral crystals don't exactly grow on trees. If you see any deposits, you should go out of your way to gather them. Especially since folks with dooms are the only ones that can, provided they have the necessary equipment, that is. I'll see that it's added to your supplies for this order.
Sam, it's Hartman. Following the discovery of the beach, we not only began to observe heretofore unseen phenomena, but a new type of matter, chiralium. I say new, but it has doubtlessly existed since the dawn of the universe. We believe it was always there, like dark matter and certain particles. Ever present, yet overlooked because we lacked the capacity to see it. Chiralium appears to be unbound by the constraints of physics as we understand them. It can stop time or move contrary to it. On occasion, it even defies gravity. In practical terms, it can stop or even reverse time and causes objects to float. A special cylindrical case is required to collect and store it. Suffice it to say, the procurement of samples is vital to our ongoing research.
Done it. Accepted the orders.
Mama's added a watchtower schematic to your PCC. If you don't have it on you, consider fabricating one. You never know when you'll need to recon an area.
Okay.
Mama's added a watchtower. If you don't, you never know when.
Okay. Alright, let's head out. Let's do this thing. Let's collect some chiral crystals.
That thing
first,
you're
I guess.
holding is a crystal collector. As the name suggests, it provides secure storage for any crystals you gather.
Back into BT territory for the love of God. Maybe I'll go collect the printer first, actually.
Allow me to describe your quarry. Chiral crystals appear gold to the naked eye and are frequently found in formations resembling human handprints. Surrounding rocks and debris tend to float a few feet above the ground. And they are most commonly found in areas with high precipitation. Got all that, hmm? Rain, floating rocks, golden handprints. That's your trifecta. Look for these three things and you'll find the crystals. If you've been especially observant, then perhaps you already know where to look.
Okay.
Order assigned. Beginning scan. Have a pleasant journey.
Econ keeping on.
Hello.
Econ keeping on. Keeping on.
Weapons restrictions lifted.
Damn it. Oh, use this vehicle?
Beginning scan.
Right.
Scanning
What are we
bridges
gonna
ID.
do then?
Verifying ID. Clear. All weapons will remain locked until departure. All clear. Welcome, Sam Porter Bridges.
Here. Thank you to that person, whoever gave it to me. Let's try and save this game before we lose anything. Done. Boom.
Weapons restrictions lifted.
All these weapons restrictions, but damn man, I don't have a weapon. Why don't you let a brother use a weapon?
Call it a rule or a habit, but most mules almost always bring stolen shipments home with them. Find the post box, steal back the cargo. Simple as that. But be careful, these guys are armed. If this goes sideways, be ready to fight.
What exactly? Attack the mule. Okay. halfway. Nice. This guy's running skills are next. I'd be out of breath about 10 minutes into this game. If it was me in real life, you know what I'm saying? Wow man, this is breathtaking. Graphics are absolutely phenomenal. I love how you can legit climb everything that you see. Isn't that in itself a massive achievement for a game? Like, if you've ever played Zelda, they did that with Breath of the Wild. That was one of their selling points.
Remember, Sam, before you approach the mule drop site, we recommend you use a watchtower to confirm the location of the post box containing our cargo.
Where the hell is the watchtower then?
Mule drop sites are rarely deserted, so remaining undetected is key. Keep a low profile and move slowly to minimize noise. You've been spotted by a mule. Find somewhere to hold up. Look around and trust your instincts.
Goodbye, son. Come on, come on, come on. Oh, nice. Camp out there. down there. Steel boots. Carry on back.
Okay, Sam. Grab the cargo and get the hell out of there. Damn addicts chasing a cargo high. Shame we gotta deal with their bullshit at all. Back in the day, AI did everything. Deliveries were handled by unmanned vehicles and drones. All we had to do was sit back and let them work. It was revolutionary, damn near singularity. No reason for it not to take off, but it didn't. People didn't like it when we took the human element out of the service industry. So, after some consideration, we put it back in. We made jobs no one really needed and gave them to folks who couldn't live without them. And from there, it snowballed. Now we got cults of cargo-chasing crazies who get off on hijacking shipments. Jackal's always on the lookout for the next porter. Make sure you're not him.
That's finally, man. That was a mission and a half, huh?
Beginning scan. Scanning bridges ID. Verifying ID. Clear. All weapons will remain locked until departure. Cargo verified. Thank you.
Keep on keeping on.
Decontaminating suit. All clear. Welcome, Sam Porter Bridges.
Keep on keeping on.
Good work, Sam. I see you brought in some lost cargo. Feel free to submit it here for processing. If you come across any more while out on a run and don't think you can carry it to its destination, you can always put it in storage. It'll be safe and secure until another porter comes along to finish the job.
Interesting. Alright.
Even if it has to pass through a dozen more hands before it arrives, you can rest easy knowing you did your part.
That's amazing. Fair play. I assume that's the online connection of this game. That's amazing.
Time to get that chiral printer in working order. Sorry to push you through so much trouble, but trust me, it'll be worth it. Excellent. The unit doesn't have a scratch on it.
Was it? Yeah, I did
Never
fall
doubted you'd come through for us.
Sam, how are your shoes holding up? Not too well, I imagine, conditions being what they are out there. Nothing ruins your day like shoes falling apart while you're on the job. Carry on like that, and it's only a matter of time before you injure yourself. I've arranged for boots to be added to your supplies. Bridges standard issue, so they ought to fit you fine. You should always carry an extra pair. But if you forget or run into trouble, you can fabricate another via a terminal at one of our many facilities.
Ancient Egyptian view of life and death. That would be interesting to listen to.
Good work, Sam. It seems your connection level is increasing. As your connection level increases, larger quantities of resources will be made available to you at our facilities.
See you around.
Congratulations, Sam. I understand you now have access to a chiral printer. An extraordinarily useful device that can only function because of the manner in which our network utilizes the beach, enabling us to transfer massive volumes of data instantaneously. Since under normal circumstances, such transfers would take hours, if not days, some have speculated that the chiral network might, in essence, be a time machine. That it is transmitting data into the past. Suffice it to say, we have yet to fully grasp the fundamental nature of the network and the beach which we have come to rely upon. One might liken our relationship with it to that of primitive man's with fire. Is it useful? Quite. Is it dangerous? Undeniably so. Nevertheless, we have decided that the reward outweighs the risk. Furthermore, as the BTs are linked to the beach, it stands to reason that further study and experimentation could be of considerable benefit. The same could be said regarding you, of course. Rest assured, I will keep you apprised of what I learn. You have my word.
Good work.
I need to, well, first of all, let's save this. The other thing was, let's see what we've got in terms of data. Wait, no, interviews. Necrosis of the Egyptian. Okay, here we go. The Egyptians believed. Hold up. My connections just gotta go over there. So let's have a look. The Egyptians believed that we humans were composed of two elements, the Ha and the Ka. Haka, the body and the soul. Various texts expound upon their nature in detail, but perhaps it's simplest to conceive them as follows. The soul is that which joins the child in the womb and gives life to the body. It is also that which departs the body upon death. Ergo, the body is simply a vessel. Should the soul return to it, it will live again. This is precisely what is observed in near-death experiences, the soul separated, albeit briefly, from its body. The Egyptians believed death not to be an instantaneous change of state, but a process by which the soul moves from one realm to another. But this process itself has changed thanks to their stranding. In the normal order of things, when death occurs, the soul vacates the body and passes into the seam. From there, it transitions to the beach, and only then onto the world of the dead. Okay. But after the stranding, a soul that has already made its journey to the beach may attempt to return to its body in this world. Interesting. It was hard to believe at first, but the process of necrosis provided proof of this phenomenon that was difficult to deny. Okay. Okay. This is why it's imperative that we burn the bodies of the dead. The body must be destroyed to sever the link with the soul. Only then will the soul be free. Okay. To journey the world beyond. Interesting. So the core structure is complete. Interesting. Okay. Mules. Okay. Now the last thing I want to do is go collect this there was like here somewhere, wasn't it?
Excuse me. Beginning scan. Have a pleasant journey.
Still got work to do, Sam. Let's not keep people waiting.
Don't worry. We won't keep people waiting. We need to
Weapons
go find
restrictions
this
lifted.
gold thing.
Sam, Cairo crystals are pretty small and can be difficult to spot with the naked eye. I'd advise you to use your Ultradeck to point you in the right direction. If you want to survey a wider area, though, you might consider building a watchtower and relying on its sensors.
Man, here we go. Oh yes, there you go. Nice, nice. Oh, there's another one up here. Should I build something? Let's build a watchtower here. Shall we? I don't know, I just feel like building a watchtower. I'm doing a post box. How the hell do I build a... Yes! Watchtower. Oh, sick! Build the watchtower fans! Awesome!
Construction complete.
Come on! Come on! Come on!
Oh crap. Is my why is my story not working?
Over here! Over here! Hey! Hey! Hey!
Breathe easy, Sam. You're clear of BT territory. The Death Stranding's to blame
nice.
for all of this. The gazers, the fall of America, everything. It warped the world beyond recognition. Humanity had to scramble like rats fleeing a sinking ship. But there's nowhere else to go. There's no future living like this. If we're to survive, we need to find another way. A way to overcome the BTs, the Death Stranding, the whole damn mess.
Okay, just a bit further now.
Beginning scan. Scanning bridges ID. Verifying ID.
Sam,
Clear.
chiral crystal deliveries are a little different from usual. The process is pretty simple, though. Access the delivery terminal to drop off any chiral crystals you're carrying.
Same way of doing it, okay? Oh wait, what? Oh, interesting. Where the hell do I deliver it then? Alright, okay, recycle. Interesting. Keep 30 of them.
Got some chiral crystals for us? These crystals only form in places with elevated chiralium levels. Which makes me wonder if expanding the network had something to do with it. Not a bad haul. Plenty enough for research. We'll take good care of it.
Nice. Done. Woo. Container repair spray. Interesting. Bridge. Same materials.
Excess chiral crystals can be deposited at any facility. They'll be added to the stores held on site. These local stores include materials that you can draw upon to fabricate equipment as needed.
True legend. Interesting. One day I will no longer be a porter.
Oh,
I'll be
before I
more.
forget, this
I'll be
is
more.
for you.
That's container repair spray for patching up cargo containers. Good for dealing with timefall degradation and all that. Useful stuff if you and your cargo have been through the ringer. We've added it to your supplies list, so it's readily available if and when you need it.
BC.
There is a correlation between elevated chiralium levels and increased crystal formation. This may well be the result of the network's expansion. You needn't worry though, local chiral density is still within an acceptable range. If you find any more, be sure to collect it. You'll be well rewarded.
If you come into more chiral crystals, you can submit them at one of our facilities. And you can deposit other resources too, along with any items you don't need. Everything has its value. What we don't use as is can be broken down into components for R&D and other applications.
Cool. Let's see what 2 new orders are there. Interesting. Well, I've got 2 more things to do, but I think until then what I'm going to do is I'm going to rest in the private room. So it's been fun. Yo, Abdullah, I don't know if you're still around, my friend. But yeah, that was fun. I hope you enjoyed it, listening to me in the background. Not sure what you took in there. It's quite a complex backstory, just constantly revealing itself, and it's pretty intriguing, I have to say. I'm enjoying it so far, you know, even though it's majority running around and stuff. I'm enjoying it. I like it. It's quite good. Yeah. So it's been fun. Abdullah, all the best with your project, my friend, and everyone else watching. Thank you for watching. I'm going to
Good
pause it
morning,
here
Sam.
and then we'll start here again next time. Take on new orders. Until next time, good night. Sleep well. We've got the weekend, baby. We've got the weekend coming up. Good night.